is Danielle Prince. I am 26 years old, about to turn 26 actually, and I do rhythmic gymnastics. I started when I was 11, which is quite late when it comes to gymnastics. My dance teacher suggested that I try rhythmic gymnastics because of my natural flexibility. And yeah, my mum took me to my first class and the rest is history. My usual day, starting anywhere between 5 and 5:30, getting up, going to the gym for my strength and conditioning, then off to work or university depending on the day, then coming over to the gymnastics hall and finishing off with about 5 to 5.5 hours of training, just gymnastics, and then coming home, showering, uni work, catching up on emails, organising my weeks ahead, and bed. It's pretty hard, if I'm being honest. Training 35 hours a week, working a part-time job and studying at university alongside trying to have a life is quite challenging. But for me, it's about scheduling. So I'm a real fan of having a diary and, you know, writing out every single thing that I have on for the week and actually planning and scheduling things. I think competing in a elite level sport for over 15 years now, I've had my fair share of ups and downs, and that includes my own mental health as well as the mental health of my teammates. You know, my parents who are also going through the journey with you, and anyone for that matter that's going with you on the journey from starting in a sport to, you know, going to the Olympics. Gymnastics is quite a visual sport, which places a lot of emphasis and pressure, I guess, on myself and the other girls about the way that we look, as well as this perfectionist, you know, everything has to be perfect. Gymnastics is what they say 90% mental. It's 10% physical, 90% mental when it comes to performing in a competition, everyday training. When you've trained for 15 years, your body knows what to do. It's no doubt about whether you can physically do it, it's whether mentally you can keep it together and perform at, you know, the highest level. Mentally resilient and like being brave as well, I guess. Like I said, we're constantly told that we're told what to do, where to be, what to eat, what to wear. You, as an athlete and as a young woman, you don't have a say in any of those things. So when you're so used to being told what to do in your life, it can be a very confusing and, I guess, challenging time as you start to, I guess, like come out the other side. So when you're turning 18, 19, you've spent your entire adolescence being told what to do, and then suddenly a little light bulb goes off in your, I guess, in your head, and you go, I might have a say in some of these things now. I really struggled in my first 2 years at university, I guess because it was the first time in my life where somebody wasn't telling me that I had to do my homework and it wasn't due by this date, you know, so that was, I guess, a bit of an adjustment period. Even when I train now with younger girls, I can now recognise other young women and other athletes going through that stage as well, which is really interesting to see it from, I guess, from someone who's kind of gone through that and come out the other side. It's very hard when you're in that time, but yeah, looking outside, it's an interesting perspective. Coping, sometimes it is okay to cry. I think that's what I've learned probably going through my gymnastics career. I'm 26 and I still have a little cry sometimes. You know, it's okay. Sometimes you need to have 5 minutes to yourself. Maybe I don't do it as publicly as I used to do it when I was 12 or 13, but it's okay to ask your coach or your teacher to have 5 minutes for yourself, to go outside, to have a little tear, to have a breather, and then come back in. For me, it means that I care so much about what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So it shows that you're passionate and you are 100% in what you're doing. It's not a I don't care, I don't really want to be here. It's like I'm 100% here and I'm getting a little bit frustrated because I can't perform up to my expectations. When you're a little bit of a self-confessed perfectionist, your expectations are always up here. So realistically, you're never going to meet them. You're always going to be at 75% or 80%. And as I've gotten older, it's just about learning how to cope with that. It's okay to smile and nod. It's okay to say, thank you for your feedback, I really appreciate it, and then disregard. If it's not constructive, if it doesn't make you feel good, then there's no point in holding on to it. If you are not trying to help me, if you're trying to pull me down, then I'm not interested in your feedback.